alive. Now, it has come back for it. It's not about how you face your
again, we would like to thank you for joining the Pioneer program here at Kindred Aerospace. For the 8th year running, Kindred has been voted the 4th best interstellar exploration company by our peers.
Oxygen levels critical. Oxygen levels critical.
Resulting boost in government funding has allowed us to launch even more happy explorers across undiscovered space.
Automatic distress signal. Relay to command center. Mayday. Mayday. This is not good.
As you continue to explore your wonderful new planet, we hope that you will carry the Kindred value system in your heart, and that one day it will be your planet that will provide a future home for humanity. Onward to adventure!
eat. And mostly, what they want to eat, that's you. Swarmers are the most common. Their name comes from their behavior. They travel in groups of 2 or 3, rarely alone, and sometimes in hordes, which seem to move and respond as if a single organism. Newts are opportunists and only attack if you're low on health or if you invade their space. Screamers you want to watch out for because they can bring swarms down on you. Run into a breaker, you're in trouble. Key to survival are your weapons and skills. Need to burn out a freaker nest, but you're out of Molotovs? That's no problem. Your crossbow can use bolts that you craft in the field. Guns dropped by enemies, they're not great, but survivor camps will sell you better hardware. In a gunfight, combat focus can be the edge that you need to survive, allowing you to really focus in on a target and take the shot. Or use stealth, take him down quietly. Since ammo is scarce, you gotta be up on your melee skills. Crafting and repairing weapons is essential. In fighting 1 or 2 guys, sure, yeah, take them on. More than that, you have to be careful. Run away. Live to fight another day. In days gone, you have to take on everything from snipers trying to pick you off from the trees to wolves looking for an easy meal. Are you ready to fight?
Like your hands are full. It's no biggie. You can always tweak the rules a bit. Hungry. All you gotta do to make it out alive is not get eaten. Sound like fun? Of course it does.
Mystery that lies deep inside. The story of a faithful lover held captive at her family's side. Beasts pursuing, seek my undoing. Intent on seeing our demise. Her will consenting. Evil preventing. The maid of scare shall be my prize.
Oh my goodness.
Amicia, do we have to walk on them?
I know, Hugo. But we don't have a choice.
Do you think we are hurting them?
Just keep moving, Hugo. Come on.
Hey, probably best go check. Oh no.
We need to push.
Let me help.
But mind you don't get burned.
They've got sticks in their dummies.
Don't look. Stay behind your sister, Hugo.
The tower.
Come on inside, quickly.
Help me!
Amicia, there's someone over there.
Oh no.
Amicia, he's trapped.
Shh.
We have to keep moving.
Come on! About time!
Oh no.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Stop!
I'm sorry. We have to get out.
Amicia!
This way.
Will you help us, Artyom?
Come closer, Artyom.
Will you help us, Artyom?
Dying Light 2 features a functioning ecosystem that reacts on multiple levels to the things you do and the choices you make. In the example we're about to show you, our protagonist undertakes a mission for the Peacekeepers, one of the many factions active in the city. They want you to negotiate with two survivors who are controlling and hoarding a water supply.
Are you going to insult us with another final offer?
Let's say you choose to carry out the Peacekeepers' orders, one way or another.
Stay back!
After this, you'll start seeing a significant change in the city, as access to the water supply has allowed the Peacekeepers to bring stability and develop the area. There's even running water for the people at street level. And that raises their morale and allows you to replenish your energy on the go. But there's a cost to this. The PKs have a rigid approach to law and order. So while the streets may be safer, it's only safe for those who side with them. So if you get on their bad side. Now let's return to that moment of choice. And instead of killing them, you choose to team up with this group to supply water in the black market. As you will see, this creates a very different set of consequences for the city. With water being a precious currency, it brings you access to new resources and trade. But this in turn attracts the worst type of people to the area. And this is just a single decision, one out of hundreds you'll have to make. But it allows you to carve out your own world, your own city from the apocalypse.
This was supposed to be easy. Just track her down again and bring her home. I had no idea how wrong I was, and how far I would really have to go.
Search for the missing girl continues in the deep ravine.
perfect management team in.
Please, tell me that she's safe.
Your hysterics aren't helping. Stop calling me.
To be the man who will turn the tide of war when everything else fails. Millions of lives are at stake. And I have to save them, finish my work, break the code before it breaks me. Time is not on my side. Determination means everything now. For too long I've been misled, but the answer was there, right in front of me.
while trying to find the equipment to survive and fight. The machines come in many types, sizes, and variations, constantly challenging you in new ways using different weapons and sensory equipment. Wear them down and disable their systems by pinpointing and taking out armor parts and components. Seize the upper hand by utilizing stealth, group tactics, or special equipment to distract or confuse the enemies. Use these in combination with objects in your surroundings to create traps and ambushes, and turn a difficult fight into a winnable one. Should things go south, fleeing will still bear the scars of your last encounter, waiting to finish the job. As you play Generation Zero, you will scour the open world for different weapons and upgrade your favorites with attachments like scopes and silencers. Take down powerful machines without damaging their parts, then scavenge those same components and use them to augment your weapons with high-tech enhancements. This will come in handy when fighting in different conditions. The dynamic day-night cycle and weather systems will not only impact your senses, but also the enemies, making for constantly evolving battles. You are free to explore the world at any pace and direction. And if you look closely, the world will tell the story of what has happened. The pieces of the puzzle are there for you to discover and figure out. Just remember that some answers come harder than others.
Magical, more intense than our real lives, is a powerful escape. While visiting such a world, we want to believe. The illusion breaks down when the game reminds you constantly that it is a game. That is what happens when the game is always giving you freebies. Go venture in the wilds, but don't worry, you're half dragon. You're the chosen one. You're the lost child from a prophecy. Nah, we want to scale back things so that you live in a fantasy world, but from the perspective of an ordinary human being with no superpower and no game developer guiding you at every step. This is a game for those who aren't afraid of being vulnerable, for those who want to own up to their mistakes and feel the sting of their failures. Who said that adventuring should be easy? Who said that you, the player, can't do it on your own? Even ordinary people can do extraordinary things. In order to make the adventuring life more human, the threat of combat shouldn't be your only worry. Hunger, thirst, exhaustion, these are all part of the deal when you travel untamed lands. It also wouldn't make sense for a normal human being to get out in the cold of winter without furs and have a warm fire. It wouldn't make sense to run around the desert in a large, fully plated armor either. This is part of the vision behind Outward. The story isn't about you being some central mythical figure. The obstacles aren't about single-handedly crushing armies. That's